They try and milk you for all you got, you know?
What do you need?
What are you looking for?
I had water.
You had water. Okay. There you go. You can put it. This is for us. You and I.
Wow.
And I like getting milked. So I think that's
Oh,
nice.
you do like it.
Yeah.
Take every penny
Are you
I've
one
earned.
of those pay pigs?
Yeah, well, I'm a pay piglet.
Oh.
Right, you're
I
a
don't
pay
really-
pig in training.
Yeah, I don't have enough to really pay.
Right. Well, yeah, everyone has to start somewhere
That's true. People forget that.
in everything.
It really is insane that some people are like, yeah, you know what makes me come? Spending money.
Crazy.
On a woman I'll never see.
Never, not even a little.
I mean, it might as well just be, I mean, it sometimes is just an Armenian man who is pretending to be someone. But if both parties are happy, maybe it's okay. The
And
guy's
I
getting
don't say
off.
it is okay.
I would rather pay him because he's acting.
Ooh.
Oh,
And I'm
he's
paying him
actually
for his
putting
craft.
some
That's
effort
how
into it.
above everyone I am. I pay guys to pay women.
Yeah.
I front the pay pigs.
I think you're just thinking of pimps.
Right.
No. I'm
you
paying
supply
the guy.
You're the
Oh, you're a pay pig once removed.
Yeah.
You're like the mysterious benefactor for a bunch of pay pigs, and then they get to disseminate the money how they see fit.
I'm the George Soros of pay pigs.
Are you
Okay.
getting off?
Oh, dude, night and day.
So you're getting off on the fact
Scot-free.
that you're paying them to pay somebody off.
Yeah. And I get none of the credit to her. She's like, well, I don't know who the fuck this guy is, but this guy
Yeah.
over here.
It would be great if it was full circle and somehow you get the money back from the woman.
Well,
like,
I
you're
own the
her
site.
sugar baby.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
own the site that the money
Oh.
gets transacted on.
Oh, right. That's great.
And that's
What's the name of the site again? What was that?
MrPiggy.gov.
That's exactly what I
Piggy.bank.
thought it was. Right. .gov. That makes it sound very official.
Mm-hmm.
Are we allowed to use those?
What?
.gov?
No, you're actually not.
We can't.
You can't.
I can't buy one.
Oh, that's a good question. Can you buy a .gov?
I don't
Well,
think it is a good question. I think it's pretty clear
maybe you
can't.
can't. What if you use a 0 instead of the O to kind of skirt around it?
Yeah,
Some
yeah,
people
yeah.
do that.
And hey, if you look at this damn administration, looks like you can pay for almost
Yeah, well,
anything.
you can get away with anything too,
Hey,
right?
hey,
They
come
keep
on.
texting me. It's really weird. They loop me in.
The administration
Yeah,
does?
they loop me in.
What kind of stuff are they
It
saying?
started as like a group workout text. Like,
Sure.
oh,
Yeah.
what are you doing today? Does this? And someone is like, I'm going to bomb a country. And we're like, shut up.
Oh, no.
I'm telling him to shut up. I'm like, shut up.
But you didn't leave the group chat.
No, it's fun.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot going on.
Yeah.
JD
no,
Vance
he does
posting a lot of
suck.
shirtless pictures like this,
Dude,
looking at the phone in the mirror.
one of the worst looking
Insane
White
looking
Houses
people.
of all time.
Is that true? I don't know. I think people in the 60s and 70s looked fucking gross. It was just okay. Everyone looked gross. Actors were gross.
Yeah.
They had like dark, like mangled teeth. They had like bald spots and too much hair on the sides and like hairy chests. And everyone was like, "This is the sexiest man in America." And things have gotten so manicured and polished.
Do you think we got tricked by like the suits and stuff? By the way that they would dress?
That's a good question. Yeah, why has it gotten?
Because you're like, oh, Cary Grant. I'm like, he kind of looks like a guy.
Guy.
Like a handsome guy.
Handsome
but
guy.
He looks like a guy, but he's wearing a beautiful suit.
Yeah. Put him in
Maybe.
some, athleisure wear.
Yeah, put him in
You'd
some
be like,
Lululemon.
But you know what I mean? Like you see James Caan in The Godfather, or like an old Elliot. These are sexy men.
Yeah.
But if you saw them in a movie now around all these like polished, manicured people, you'd be like,
Yeah.
he looks rough around the edges. It doesn't look good.
Sure.
Yeah.
But
You
that's
know?
the assumption that rough around the edges is inherently not sexy.
And I would say it really is.
I agree. I think a lot of people would agree with you. It's just not what we see anymore.
Yes.
true.
Yeah, very
That's
true.
true.
Very
You know?
true.
Yeah, you put Elliot Gould next to Ryan Gosling, and you're having an interesting time choosing
Yeah.
who.
Yeah.
And then it really kind of becomes a.
Now that's a podcast I'd love to listen to.
Yeah.
Elliot Gould and Ryan Gosling.
But
Ryan Gosling doesn't get to talk. He just makes
He
faces.
has to listen.
It's
and
the new
make-
Talk Tua.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. Bring it back, I say.
Is that still going on?
I don't think so. I think after the whole crypto scam she did, they stopped podcasting.
She's done, huh?
But
I hope
they
she
just-
got
saw that
away
she
with
was
a
not,
few.
They
found
just
not
said not
of
guilty.
anything,
Oh yeah.
which is and
Yeah.
somehow
I haven't
insane.
followed. I have after the. I don't know what happened. haven't heard anything about
Dude,
her
you
in
have to stay
months.
connected.
after the rug pull.
I don't think I do. I think it's better.
Yeah.
To not. Do you stay abreast of? Are you watching the news? Are you
No,
keeping
no.
The
I'm not
news?
looking at
No,
Twitter.
I'm looking at my phone.
But you're getting
80 hours a day.
news from Twitter and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what's going on.
A little bit,
because you guys
yeah.
are on Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm really on.
Yeah,
there.
I'm never. I
I'm
don't know
staring at
what's
it.
happening.
Oh, is it because
And
of
it
Hillary?
feels great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because of Benghazi.
Yeah.
After the emails, you were out.
Everything that happens in my life right now is because of Benghazi.
Yes.
Every category of the way that I eat,
Yeah.
the clothes I wear, everything is informed
Wow.
by Benghazi.
And I know where that is, by the way.
I know that it was a place.
We
Yeah.
all know where Benghazi is.
If you pulled out a map, the first place I would point would be Benghazi.
Oh, I was thinking
Me
Ben
too.
Gazzara. Oh,
Who's
No,
that?
that's a
Is that
guy I wanna
it's
see.
an actor, really good actor from the 70s.
Do you guys listen to podcasts?
No.
Do you
I
ever
do.
listen to this podcast?
Do I listen to
When I'm
Listen
editing it.
back.
I listen to
But
this
only
podcast while I edit it sometimes.
And besides this, you do not listen to any podcasts.
Oh, I listen to some podcasts.
No.
No, I don't
But
know.
not a
either.
lot of I don't listen to a lot of comedy podcasts.
Would you consider this to be a comedy podcast?
I think from time to time it is.
Right.
We have our moments.
Yeah, I would yeah.
We haven't gotten to one yet.
I would
here.
say it's I would say we're
No,
not,
no.
Like, I'd say
I
so
told
far
you
we-
when I walked in, get ready to be disappointed.
Yeah.
I am not
it down.
I'm not great at this,
Yeah.
honestly. I don't really know
decided to not have fun ever again.
Yeah.
It's not for me. I'm kind of done fooling around, I think. I think it's time
Oh.
for me to settle down.
In what
what?
capacity?
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh.
Settle-
You mean right now, today, in like
I
in
started
within this
it
episode?
today
or-
at the stroke of midnight. I decided to become serious.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what kind of stuff are you gonna do now?
It's really good. I'm probably gonna start.
So far, you're doing a great job. because
Yeah,
this is how
I'm-
a serious person would
It's
sound.
not funny. So I'm probably gonna start doing a lot of like shirtless running videos where I'm
That's
like
good.
talking into the
You
camera.
have lost a lot of weight.
Thank you. I do. I
how,
did.
How did you? I mean, I don't even know why I'm asking. I know what you did. You exercised more. You ate less. You were
Yes.
better to your body, and that was it. It's
Yes.
not. There's no secret.
There's no secret.
Right.
That's it. People think I do it. I did Ozempic though.
There is a secret to how I have gained weight since you last saw me.
Whoa, that's exciting.
I insulted a witch.
yeah,
And
they
she
hate
got
that.
really upset.
Okay, but did she wrong you?
No, I wronged her by insulting her.
okay, but the
She knocked on her door.
and the insult was not preempted by anything. You just saw her and you were like, "You ugly bastard."
No, I would never say that. I think I said I saw her at the supermarket, and I was like, "You have the face of a slut,"
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
They hate
that surprises me because you also have cankles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not going to work out for you. That's what I really said to her. is
Yeah.
It's not going to work out for you.
And was your boss mad at you were talking to customers that way?
That's good.
yeah. It's
All
interesting
right.
that you can see her cankles from behind the register, but I guess sometimes
He
they're
had a
kinda
mirror
fun.
situation under his register.
There was a teacher that was rumored at my middle school to have that.
Have
What's
what?
that?
A mirror under his desk.
I think every school has
so he
a
could
mirror.
see under girls' skirts. I was
Yeah,
like,
has a rumor.
it was a rumor. I was like, I feel like it's pretty easy to figure out if he has this or not.
Let's look.
Let's pop under the desk like we're working a.
This was in Glen Cove.
This was not in. No, I wish I was from Glen Cove. I'd have a.
Are you-
No, I'm from Central Islip.
Oh.
I wish I.
I always thought you were from Glen
No,
Cove.
he's from southeastern Manassas.
No.
Oh, are you from Manawatu?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That Long Island town.
Yeah.
I love that one. I love that town.
Little Masahaga?
I'm from Ronkonkachip. It's
Oh,
fine.
man.
Yeah, there's a lot of natives on Long Island, apparently.
Dude, yeah,
Oh,
they
I
are.
have no idea.
They're sequestered.
They love peninsulas, I guess.
Yeah,
The
dude.
big peninsula heads. Yeah, that's true.
We would. My dad would bring me to the reservation sometimes to watch him buy cigarettes.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's a beautiful thing.
The,
for
the
us.
handing of the peace pipe.
Yes, of
Are
course.
there any areas in Long Island that are for natives or no?
Yeah, there's two reservations.
No way. There are
Yeah.
Long Island reservations?
Yeah, they're like way out east,
How bad is the alcoholism there?
dude.
Whoa. I had no
There's some of the
idea.
only places you can buy weed also,
Oh.
because they're not governed by
Yeah.
our laws, so they can sell weed there.
It's amazing how much of the island I've never seen. I
Yeah.
spent my whole life there.
And I'll tell you this:
And it's-
you're not missing much.
I know.
Have you been to a suburb?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I know it's
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
same and it's strip malls and it's whatever.
Yeah,
But it's just so wild that because it's
Yeah.
long as hell though. It's like
It
100
is,
miles
yeah.
long, so it's easy to know.
100 miles long?
It's about 100
Yeah.
miles
About-
long, I
okay,
think.
wow.
Yeah.
because it gets very like. It is very funny to like the further east you drive. It really the median income really dips for a while,
Yeah,
and then it gets
really
crazy.
high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only been to the Hamptons once, but it is
Yeah.
preposterous.
That makes sense where it's like, okay, you're on the coast now. This is very expensive. You're close to the city, so that's expensive. But there's that middle area where like you're not close to the city and you're not close to the water, so you
Dude.
really get nothing.
Right.
That's where I grew up.
Yeah.
Right.
And the further out, like the further past where I grew up, it gets even like it becomes very like feels almost like southern or something because it's just like it's very like white trashy.
Yeah, it's the same as upstate New York. You start seeing
Yeah.
more Confederate flags and Trump flags and all sorts
Yeah,
of
it
things.
really feels like that, and then it becomes the Hamptons again.
Mm-hmm.
There are also, it's interesting on Long Island, if you're near the water, things generally get nicer, but then there are also these like poor towns on the water, which I'm also very fascinated by.
Oh.
Generally, like, people want to live on the water and it's higher, house prices and things like that. But there are these like poor towns where people saw the town and went like, all right, I want to live on the water, but not here.
Yeah.
And it's just like a bunch of like, haggard fishermen.
Sick.
And
it is. Yeah, that's like kind of. I have like family that is like out east, lived down by the water for a while, and they were like the lifestyle. Thinking about the lifestyle that they lived, there's like my uncle would go out and catch crabs, and not like in his penis, just like in the water.
Sure.
But maybe on his penis also.
Hey,
I
definitely
think
on his
that,
penis.
yes.
Yeah,
for
I
sure,
don't know. He was so
definitely.
fat. There's no way he had sex.
I don't know.
I mean, there are enough clubs out there that you could. Did you live anywhere near Glitter? That's the only club I ever. No, Gossip. It was called.
Oh,
you know
good
that strip
name.
club,
Where is that?
Gossip? I don't know. Fucking Babylon. I have no
Maybe.
idea.
West Chyannasport.
What's Chyannasport?
That's see, you want a little Massachusetts on
Damn
that
it.
one.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah. That's where
Let me see.
that's like Hyannisport, but it's only Chinese people.
Our Chinatown is in Hyannisport.
You ever think about how Chinese people just eat Chinese food every day, and we kind of have a refractory period?
Yeah. They don't get a chance.
No, they just
They're
eat the
allowed
same
to. We're
food
not
every
saying
day.
that-
I went to Italy. I think the Italians just eat Italian food every day too.
Yeah.
Oh, Gossip Nightclub in Melville.
Melville. Oh boy.
That might have been
Today's
Melville.
episode is brought to you by Gossip Nightclub in Melville.
There's
Gossip. Come here. We're here.
Yeah, where
there you go. Well,
There's
what do
a
you want?
strong chance. I went to there was a strip club I went to. One of the only ones I've ever been to was on Long Island, and I went there because my friends and I were like, "It'll be funny if we go." And then we went, and it was horrendous. It was
No,
one of the
It'll
it's
be
worst.
funny.
It's
No.
It was
so
one of the
dark.
worst. Dude,
It's so fucked up, dude.
I sat. There was I was sitting at the bar because it was like one of those ones where you sit at the bar. And then the stage is like behind the bar, and they dance
it's
like
a titty bar. It's
Yeah.
a topless bar.
yeah,
It's a
they
topless
dance like
bar.
far away from you, and then they come around and kind of beg you for money, and it
Yeah.
makes you feel awesome. But
Pumps is the same thing.
Pumps is the same thing, yeah.
In Bushwick.
But I
This
sat.
episode's brought to you by Pumps.
Brought to you by Pumps.
Your friend's ex-girlfriend works here.
yeah, Pumps. Don't make eye contact with the woman you follow on Instagram. There.
Oh, I know who you're. Yeah, that took me a second. I had a roommate who worked at Pumps for 2 years. She was my roommate.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
how long did she work at Pumps? The whole time.
I have no idea. I think yeah.
Awesome.
I have no idea.
God bless her.
Wherever she is, God bless her.
Where did you grow up in Long Island?
Great Neck.
Great Neck.
Which whenever I say that, people think, oh, this kid grew up rich. We did not.
Oh,
No,
oh, is
we
this
were
Great
the
Neck?
poorest family in a rich town,
Yeah.
which is
So-
always very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's
We
always.
should have moved to Queens so fast.
Would have taken you 15 minutes to move there.
Yeah.
Really, but yeah, my parents didn't want to do it. They wanted to, my community is very much about putting on airs and like, you don't want people to think that you're not doing well. So it's better to, on the surface, be doing well, but in the home, to be having your like telephones being turned off and
Sure,
things like
sure,
that.
sure,
Of course,
sure.
yeah. But that's a very Long Island thing where they go like, but the school district is so nice.
Sure, yeah.
So then you like think about that, and then it's like, well, most people are gonna be in the middle anyway. So it's like you can go to the best school district of all
matter,
time,
yeah.
and then you just go to college, and you're like, fine.
I
you're
almost
regular.
didn't graduate anyway.
Yeah,
So
and-
what's the point?
Yeah, you're like, I'm doing not great in a good school.
Mm.
Awesome.
Yeah, if I went to Queen's school, maybe I would have been like John Nash or an example of another smart person.
There you go. That's-
I don't think
Or
I would
Donald
have either.
Trump.
I think no matter what, I would have almost failed.
Yeah.
Horrible student. Well, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Go back in time and try and fix things? Yeah.
Yeah.
This
I'm
episode's
built-
brought to you by Time Machines. Figure it out and come talk to us because
Yeah.
we all need it.
Yeah,
I'll
I
take-
would like another chance.
Are you doing sponsorships or no?
We would like to. I don't know if they want us, obviously.
No one's reached out.
I think
People
that,
have reached out to say, don't talk
yeah,
about
but you
my
got it. You
company.
have to make in the time that we're living in. You have to make your own opportunities and your own jobs.
That's what I'm talking about.
If you want to be
That's what I'm talking
a
about right
news anchor,
Yes.
you have to make sample put them on social. You have to pretend that you're a news anchor until somebody asks you to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So just start doing it now and show people that you can do it, and then eventually, I think somebody
Blue
will
Chew,
ask
it
you.
really works.
Yeah. makes your dick hard, and you won't become dependent on it.
And show that you are able to keep up with, maybe there's a corporate change and things like that, but you're savvy. You know what you're doing.
We're savvy.
That you can kind of make a left turn. This episode is brought to you by Dasani. Dasani is now called Turkey Water. Turkey Water, gobble, gobble.
Oh,
Stuff like that.
Yeah. Ridge water. It'll hurt your butt.
Ridge Water?
Wallet.
Ridge Wallet. Come on.
Come on. Put it in your back pocket. It's sharp.
It's made of metal.
Save 80% on Ridge Wallet with code
Michael.
20.
Boom.
You only have to pay 20%.
Pretty good. That was great.
Look at it. Came out natural. I was as unassuming as ever. Lovely.
Oh, man.
This episode is brought to you by the Talk to a podcast.
Yeah.
It's gone, but
I can't
we're
wait
still here.
until she's back doing her thing, doing her classic bits.
It's a thing.
What's your favorite bit of hers?
Well, probably the spin on that thing.
Oh, man. That was one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's really...
That was one of my favorites.
Listen, like it's kind of like being like, you know, my favorite Queen song is Bohemian Rhapsody, but it's like, it's a hit for a reason.
That's
Yeah.
true.
You know?
It's on the charts for a reason. It made all that money because people love it.
Yeah.
People love it because it's good.
Yeah.
Well, this has been great.
This has been awesome. I think this has been great.
What have you guys been doing for the last, I don't know when the last time I saw you is. The last time I saw you was maybe at a show or at the gym.
I'm assuming is one of the two because he used to train with me.
Oh,
he
nice.
trained at the gym for a while.
Hey, same.
Yeah, he also
Yeah.
trained for a little, not as much as he did.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, I was very inconsistent.
Yes, which is the
So-
key.
And I was very inconsiderate.
The key is don't come that often.
Yeah.
And that way you won't learn as much.
Yeah.
You'll waste more money.
Yes.
You'll be disappointed in yourself. You'll feel anxiety about coming after not having come for a while because you'll feel like people will look at you and be like, this guy doesn't take this fucking shit seriously. Why does he even fucking come in the first place?
Oh.
It's insulting to us. And he's also, in a way, disrespecting himself. It's not going to work out for him.
Yeah.
And that way, you'll be a great fighter. I mean, I think with modern science, we'll be able to live 200, 300 years. I think if you could do that keep that going for 200 years, you will be as good a fighter as Diego is now.
Hey, I believe it too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I really don't
Hard
want to
work.
live for 300 years, by the way.
No.
I really don't want to.
What's your ideal life expectancy?
I'm 36 now. I'm going to say 38. I'm going to say
Nice.
38. I feel like I've done a
But if
decent
it's a good
amount.
2 years,
If it's a
that's
really
fine.
good, yeah, I'm going to really live it up for the next 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
68.
Really?
Yeah, I don't
You're
want to
not
live
dying at 68,
I don't
man.
want to deal with the
You're
jokes.
too healthy. You're not
Yeah.
dying at 68.
That's
Yeah.
true. I'm going to live a long time.
Yeah. What is the ideal age? 82?
Well,
Yeah.
it depends on what kind of I mean, like, have you who's the black guy from Ghostbusters?
Ernie Hudson.
Ernie Hudson.
Have you seen Ernie Hudson?
He looks incredible.
He is 80. He looks like maybe 32 years old. And
Yeah.
he's, there's just like videos of him on Men's Health YouTube channel eating smoked salmon in his giant kitchen. That's great. That guy's going to live until he's, 130 and
Yeah.
it'll be a good, but if you're not,
It is
it's
funny
not
though to
good
look
years.
like that and still die a normal age, and you're just like in
Yeah,
your
that's
deathbed, just all
insane.
moisturized.
But at
during-
least you're like living well while you're. Do you have any vices? You don't.
No,
You don't
I don't
smoke,
drink, I
drink.
don't smoke.
You don't smoke, drink. You don't do any drugs. You don't even do prescription or like for allergies. You won't take like allergy medication.
No, that's not
right?
true. I'll take allergy medication.
Oh, you would?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember one time you were having really bad allergies at the gym, and you were like, "Oh, I need something for allergies, but it can't." But no, like medicine. I don't know why.
There's a while there where I didn't like
The drowsy feeling or something.
Yeah, I took Benadryl once.
Oh yeah.
And no one told me
That's
that.
a drug.
Yeah,
That's just
it
full
really
on.
fucking zonked me out. I'm like,
Yeah.
I hate that. I'm not doing that ever again.
So, but you have to do caffeine.
Yes, I love caffeine.
But do you have any bad habits at all? There has to be something, some
Bad
outlet.
habits? I don't think so.
You don't eat poorly ever. You don't like candy. Or
I like
anything?
candy. No, I like sweets. I'll eat
He is
dessert.
unbelievably controlled in a way that is so interesting to me.
And does it feel judgmental to you?
It doesn't feel judgmental to me, but it does make me want to cut
It
myself.
does to me.
Oh, no, there's no judgment.
Yeah. I don't. It doesn't seem like he's judgmental, but it is annoying to me.
There has to be
I-
something in your brain that's like, man, I'm better than these fucking people.
Yeah, I think I'm better than a lot of people.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that I think I was born better than you are.
Right, you're better because
I've
of
worked really
hard
hard.
work
himself.
Yeah.
and persevere.
I've worked really hard.
I do think there is something inside of you that you just have inherently more self-control than others. You don't think so?
Possibly. I mean, that would explain a lot.
It would explain a lot.
I literally thought about this yesterday.
Okay.
So I had like a long flight home with a layover. It was annoying.
Mhm.
And the club that I did this weekend had one of those like big tables full of snacks.
Yes.
Open it up. There's all these snacks. They had full-size bags of Skittles.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Yeah, that's a good
And I
get.
really took a bunch home with me.
Good.
And I ate a bag. I had 2 full-size bags of Skittles in my bag.
Uh-huh.
And I ate one on the plane. And then I got back, landed it in fucking Newark
Ugh.
at like midnight.
And we're going there later today.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's really funny.
Are you going back on the road?
No. We're going to go to a hockey game.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and then I was like, you know what? I'm annoyed.
Yeah, you are.
I'm gonna eat the second bag of Skittles.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And then I was like, Diego would be able to control himself and not eat the second bag of Skittles.
So when you get emotional, you just go hit a punching bag or something or what?
What do you mean by emotional?
I don't know. I think that, like
I'm not an emotional eater.
he just described emotional eating. I think that, I'm talking about escapes, I guess, right?
I think everything is emotional, by the way.
Oh, that's nice.
It's not so bad, huh?
That's not bad.
Thank you so much, yeah.
But, people look for escapes, right? Maybe people play video games to escape. People
Okay.
do drugs. People drink.
Okay.
They eat candy.
Jack
they
off.
do this or that.
Yeah.
So what do you have anything that you do to escape?
I don't really like.
you
I'll
don't
play
think you need
video
to?
games, but I don't not necessarily to escape. I think it's fun to do.
Sure.
I eat candy or I eat desserts because I just ate my meal and it's nice to eat a dessert after your meal.
Sure is, pal. You don't have to tell me.
It was fucking great.
What
It's so
happens-
smart.
How do you feel, though, sometimes when you eat, say you eat 3 Oreos?
Yeah.
How do you feel after that?
Great.
And
It's awesome.
you don't think about more Oreos?
If I want more Oreos, I'll have
Yeah.
it. But then also you have to understand that my whole adult life has been with the consistency of a lot of exercise
Yeah.
and exercise that I enjoy. So once I got done with the fighting portion of my life where I had to be a specific weight
Yeah.
and cutting weight and thinking about my weight and like I really feel like I burnt out a capacitor in my brain where it just doesn't work anymore.
Mm.
Where I'm like, I can't care. Like
Yeah.
I refuse to care anymore in that sense. I do care what I look like. I care how my body works, but I'll eat Oreos and I'll have candy whenever I want. But I know it was like that's enough. I don't need there's a line.
Right.
But
There's a big long line of them,
Big
and
line
you want to
of-
eat all of them. You see the whole line of Oreos, and you go, "That's one serving."
I think it's a combination of I think I have an inherent skill of self-control that has been supported by my interest in being disciplined
Mm.
and my reward system for discipline internally. So when I do something that I know I should, and especially if it's something that's difficult, I mentally reward myself.
Mm.
And that reward system was more valuable than a 4th Oreo.
So you creating a positive association in your brain, do you think that once you do that, it lasts a long time? Or do you think you need to do it repeatedly in order for it to train your brain to do that?
I think depends where, like in the starting, like if this is something you're starting to do, I think you're going to do it a lot.
Mm.
And little by little, you do it less and less. And then, like we talked about with the guy who,
Point. Try not to point.
Dumb point.
the guy
Yeah,
who,
that's good. Use your, yeah. That's good.
the guy who trains dogs, and he goes, you start by giving him a treat.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the task,
Cesar
takeaway.
Milan?
Yeah,
Cesar
Milan.
Milan.
the task is the task is the reward.
The task is the reward.
One of the best pieces of advice I've ever heard.
Because with
Is
fighting,
that true or are you being sarcastic?
No, it's truth. So it was a guy who trained dogs like for like dog shows.
Yeah,
and stuff
Cesar
like
Milan.
that. It was not Cesar Milan, but it was a different guy.
don't start.
I don't know. It was a story I heard.
There are no different guys.
I'm sorry,
Mike.
it was
There's
Cesar
one
Milan.
guy.
Yeah,
and
it
it's,
was
There's
Cesar
Cesar Milan and there's
then
James Brown, and that's it.
That's it.
But it was so the guy would basically would like he'd take a ball, throw it, the dog would get the ball, bring it back, and he would get the treat.
Sure.
And then after a while he stopped giving him the treat, but the dog reacted the same because he got to go get the ball. He loved getting the ball.
Huh.
So it then became the task was the reward. So it was like he wanted
Oh.
if you wanted him to learn how to go run out and catch the ball or the frisbee or whatever. And then if he caught the frisbee, bring it back, you get the treat. And now he just runs out, catches the frisbee. I get to go catch the frisbee again.
Mm.
That's what's awesome. So the task became the reward, which is that was kind of my motivation when I first started doing stand-up. Being like, I don't care if I am funny, and I still don't to this day.
It shows.
And it really is, yeah.
That is ass.
But
Yeah, you were quicker on
listen,
that. than
I just
was.
decided I was going to get in front of that joke before you guys did.
I don't think you did.
I think I
He
got
knew.
it.
you got behind
He
it.
knew what
I
was
think I
coming.
said to this day I don't care. That's me getting in front of the joke. But That's what it was. So it was like going to an open mic was my reward because I got to do comedy.
Yeah.
I didn't care if people laughed or not.
Mhm.
And I think that
It
is
shows.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah, like I waited even longer.
Yeah. But I think that is the same thing with now it's the same thing with like going to the gym. My reward is that I get to go to the gym. Because now if I don't, I feel bad.
Yes.
Or like I feel like I don't. I feel like I had all this. I have all this energy that it's not going anywhere.
If you fell out of that habit, how long? Like if I go to the gym consistently, I'm like I feel great, and now if I don't go to the gym, it feels weird.
Yeah.
Right. But if I don't do that for a while, I can forget how good it feels until I have to train myself to remember how good it feels again.
Yeah.
Which has happened like 80 times in my life.
Nice.
Yeah. I haven't let myself since I started going consistently. I haven't let myself fall out of going for too long.
Sure.
So I haven't not that I haven't taken my foot off the gas. I'm not going 6 days a week when I'm like traveling and shit like that. But it is like, okay, I'm going on a trip next week, and I am trying to think about when and where I can go to the gym.
Sure.
Like, if I'm going to be gone for 5 or 6 days, I'm like, how many times can I go to the gym in
Call
that
the
time?
hotel, see if they have a gym there.
Yeah.
Sure.
This whole thing, or like finding a gym near a hotel that I'm staying at. Like,
I could do a day pass or something.
Yeah.
I wish I could teleport you to you 4 years ago
dude.
and just make you be like, see?
Yeah.
I told you,
Yeah.
It's just funny how different of a person you are. Still annoying and mean.
Yeah.
but
I
physically.
would, yeah.
Well, everyone does things in their own time, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
I wish that there was a gym for my attitude.
Oh.
That's what I
That's
wish I
good.
could
There
go
you
to
go.
for the way that I react
Well,
to things and
Maybe
treat
you
people.
should be the one that starts it.
I think
Oh,
maybe it's
emotion gym.
therapy.
Oh,
That's what it
actually,
is. It
that's
really
true.
is.
You're right.
Yeah.
Have you never tried?
I didn't like it.
You failed out of that.
Yeah.
You quit out of that, whatever the word
I
is.
quit. Yeah. I quit therapy.
Are you full Italian or are you part Irish as well?
part Irish?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you were full
Wow.
Italian, I think it would be easier.
But because I would be in the mob and I'd be trying to have sex with my therapist and things like that.
Oh,
Yeah, it'd be easy.
That's why.
That
Funny.
makes it easier. Where are you?
My parents were born in Iran, and then they moved to. My dad moved to Israel in 1948 when it was like the year
First
it was
year,
started.
yeah.
Yeah.
The grand opening.
And my mom's family left Iran when the Ayatollah took power in 79. Everybody was out of there, and
The
some people
Ayatollah
went to
Khomeini.
the Ayatollah Khomeini. That's
Yeah.
right. And then some people went to Israel, some people went to Italy, and some people came to America. So that's where people kind of spread out after
Oh,
the
okay.
Iranian Jews.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting. Huh. Wow. No idea.
Mm.
I don't know. I know very little about the Ayatollah. Is the
I
Ayatollah
don't-
a title?
I think so.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't really know much about it either. Culturally, I'm not very Persian. I don't know much about it. I've kind
Persian.
of always distanced myself from it. I was never really interested.
Because of all the spices?
Yeah, it was too spicy.
Yeah.
All the weird little glass cups of tea?
Yeah, I can't do it. This is just Coca-Cola and white rice. This is
That's
what
beautiful.
This is what I
Carve it
eat
up,
every day.
yeah.
That's it. That's my diet.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah. That's
It's a
all I
beautiful
consume.
pre-workout drink.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
pre-workout, post-workout,
Intro workout.
intra-workout. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's it.
that's going to be the future. One big
I,
bottle
mean, I
of
think it pretty much is. I mean, that's what it is, right? Everyone's just drinking it.
Well, yes, but
So-
by choice. What I mean in the future is like that's all we're going to have is one
Rice
bottle
and-
a
rice
day.
and
Oh, like
Coca-Cola.
fucking Snowpiercer. Just
Yeah,
eat
yeah,
this fucking
literally.
gel thing.
Shh, don't tell them. There's somebody might not have seen it yet.
Oh,
Don't say it.
not Snowpiercer.
It's like the Matrix, the goop from the Matrix.
No, you could
The
say what it
ghoul
is.
from
You
the
could say
Matrix.
that they eat the
No,
thing, but you can't say
Diego,
what it is.
I can't.
Snowpiercer.
This episode was brought to you by Snowpiercer,
Snowpiercer.
but specifically the DVD copy. If you want one, I have a bunch,
Yeah.
and I'll sell them to you
Oh.
I'll do 1 for $9, 2 for $7. If you take 2, I'll give it to you for less.
Interesting.
Three-
A 2 for $7 total?
Yeah, and
Oh,
then,
jeez.
that's
and
a
then-
big deal.
Yeah.
but 3 is going to cost you $100.
Yeah.
So
So
if
you
you
might
ask
as
for
well-
3,
okay, yeah, yeah.
What about 2 twice?
no,
Is
you
that
can't do that.
14?
No, because I'll know.
You'll know.
Okay.
And I'll,
He's not
and
an
then-
idiot.
Yeah. And don't try and bring one of your friends
Don't bring
around
a friend with a
to be like,
mustache.
oh, I can whatever. I can see it in your eyes. I know.
Yeah.
I know when people
When you're
are
being
trying to
untruthful about how many Snowpiercer DVDs you want.
Yeah.
What kind of a little kid were you?
That's a great question.
Boy.
I was a boy, latchkey kid.
Okay.
My brothers are 13 and 17 years older than me.
Whoa.
Yeah, same folks too.
Whoa.
Yeah. So latchkey kid, old parents that were very burnt out.
Yeah.
and my dad wasn't around. It was just my mom and I.
Okay.
And
like he was working a lot, or he just was not.
I mean, he was working, but I don't think he had much interest in being a father.
Oh.
You ever see Queen's Gambit?
No.
Never mind.
Thank you.
But he just he was around like 3 months out of the year, and when he was around, he just was not interested in being a dad. So we just never, and I haven't spoken to him in like 10 years, so I don't know.
Call him right now.
We should.
I think this is the perfect venue for a reconciliation.
Honestly, it would get a crazy amount of. Actually, no, it wouldn't. I was going to say, it would get a crazy amount of engagement. No one cares.
Talk to my dad for the 10 years. Hi. Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Okay, bye.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's horrible student, bad eating habits, obviously, because I never learned how to. I would just cook for myself. I didn't know,
Mm-hmm.
So you give a little kid a full kitchen. Obviously, they're not going to eat vegetables.
Yeah.
And then I would just live in my own fucking mind, man.
That's why I
never did my homework. Only watched The Simpsons and Seinfeld on repeat every single day.
Unbelievable.
And I Love Lucy. That was like my comedy training. Would stay up to watch Conan every night until like 1:30, and then go to bed and not be able to wake up for school the next day.
Sure.
Only be sleeping in class, and did horribly in school. So yeah, just not a kid that had any sort of supervision or his shit together.
Wow. Okay.
What was the after school diet like? What do you?
Yeah,
I would
get
always
out of school.
make cheesy bread. I would just like melt cheese on bread and just eat that. I would make
How?
like open
in a
faced
toaster oven?
No, just like in the oven, I would like melt cheese over like 2 pieces of bread.
Like white?
An open faced
like,
grilled cheese.
with like garlic powder and oregano and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I'm a very, very good cook now because I started early and then worked in restaurants for 12 years. So now I'm very good.
Oh.
And it's because of that. Probably
Okay.
because I started so early.
So yeah, you started making your little garlic cheeses.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I really was like trying to kind of speed run gaining weight around the end of high school.
Mm-hmm.
I would make these sandwiches. There were always 3 pieces of bread, and I would melt
Like a club sandwich?
like a triple decker. I was
yeah.
trying to go Dagwood style,
I love this.
but I would go 3 pieces of bread in the.
What kind of bread are we using? Like a rye or
Wonder
This is.
bread?
I would either do like a what was that?
a country
Levi's
house home style? Okay, Levi's rye.
Yeah, like the seedless rye. I
Very
would get.
ubiquitous on Long Island.
Yeah, I would get that. It was so funny that I was like almost unable to. It's completely unable to be resealed. It's just
Yeah,
like plastic
once
wrapped,
you open
and
it,
it's
you
just
better,
kind of,
yeah.
you got to really go through it. So it was either that. Sometimes it would be potato bread, which was nice.
Oh, I like a potato soft.
Yeah, but I would do 3 pieces of bread in the toaster oven, melting pepper jack cheese on there,
Yeah.
and then it would be a lot of mayonnaise.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, lube it up.
Lube it up, and then the first layer would be either whatever kind of poultry was available, either turkey or sometimes it'd be like buffalo chicken,
Like sliced or chunks of it.
like sliced, like deli,
Sure,
like either
sure,
deli
yeah.
turkey or deli like
Okay.
buffalo chicken, and then so it'd be cheese, bread, cheese, poultry,
Mhm.
fucking shit ton of mayonnaise.
Shit ton of mayonnaise. You keep
yeah,
saying
yeah, a lot of mayonnaise. I really
Wow.
want you guys to know, dripping, disgusting.
Ew.
Yeah, wet. And then the other piece of bread with more cheese on there. And then this is where it would come in kind of it would take a turn towards Italy.
Oh, there
and
we
then
go.
we're
Taking a little
going
tour.
we're going pepperoni,
Oh.
the deli pepperoni,
Whoa.
sometimes a salami or ham.
Mm-hmm.
But either one of those. Even more mayonnaise.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, mayonnaise.
It's a
There was no
1200
vinegar to balance it out, like mustard or anything like that.
Nope.
Just mayo, cheese, and meat.
And then and then the next piece of bread with cheese on it. And then I would fucking
Would you give it a push?
I'd give it a push down. Sometimes I'd
that's
add some
nice.
potato chips to it.
Oh,
Sure,
yeah.
yeah, that
Or
moves.
for the
Come on.
mouthfeel.
Or put them on the side, but sometimes they're going right in the sandwich, getting crushed down. And I would, that would be like my,
After school thing.
no, that would be my like 10 p.m.
Yeah, I would have a 10
Snack.
PM. What's the biggest you ever got? How much was it?
275.
And that was in high school.
No, this was, I mean, I guess I was around there after high school, and then I lost weight, and then I gained it back post-COVID for sure. I definitely gained like 20 to 30 pounds during COVID. So
Sure,
I think
yeah.
I think it was summer 2022.
Yeah, it was.
Makes
That
sense.
was that. I think that was
Helping
like
out,
my
people.
biggest.
Jesus
remember.
Christ.
270, yeah,
It's all
like
blur.
275, 280, somewhere around there.
Mm.
I like did. There was a point where I hit about 270, and then I did not weigh myself again. But
Yeah.
it kept going for sure.
Sure, yeah.
I remember we were at a Publix in Florida once, and they had one of those big scales that you stand on.
Been
And
saying those since a little boy.
Yeah, I stood on that thing, and I was like, "It's broken, actually." You stood on it, and it was like you're like boom,
On the nose.
point. You're like, "Wow, dude, 172.1." I can say, "What? It's exactly what I thought it would be." And I was like, "This thing's fucked up, actually. This thing's, you guys, if somebody put their foot on it behind me."
Yeah, Italian discrimination.
Yeah.
They could tell.
Yeah, I could tell. So then, yeah, it was bad or good. I don't care. There's
Because
no
it doesn't
judgment.
sound like it sounds like a lot of sandwich, but it doesn't sound, other than the mayo, it doesn't sound like weird, right? Like,
I don't
it's
think it
like,
was
okay.
weird.
No,
but
it's just the problem is the time that you're eating it and how the fact that you already had dinner. I would have
Yeah.
like 2 bowls of cereal at 11.
Oh, yeah.
It's not.
It's not a good time.
It's not a good
Because in
time.
your head, you're like, I'm eating 2 bowls of cereal. That's like fine. And then you're like, oh, each bowl of cereal is 2.5 servings of cereal.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you're eating 2 of those.
So you're eating 5 It's
Dude,
it's like
good
a
math.
700 calorie meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
I love cereal.
Yeah.
That was
Dude,
my
I
back
can't-
home or back from school, like, afternoon thing. That and
Cereal?
watching Sailor Moon with my little sister.
Oh.
Because she would watch Sailor Moon. We watched that first. That was what?
You watched those cartoons?
Yeah, when I got
How,
home.
how old were you?
I was 7 or
Oh,
8.
I imagined like a teenage Diego coming home from hockey practice. He's like 15, throws down his stuff, has a bowl of cereal, and watches Sailor Moon.
No, that.
And I didn't imagine your sister there. I just imagined you
Thank you. first
She's
of all.
gone.
watching Sailor Moon, standing
Yeah.
weirdly
Yeah, like a dad.
because you're feeling a lot. I don't know. I guess those girls were pretty sexy. Were they? I guess they were.
I guess.
Was it for kids?
I think they were cartoon children, so
Yeah,
I'm
they're
going to say
cartoon
no, they
children.
weren't.
Oh, it wasn't like anime. I never watched it.
It
It's
was
not like
anime.
big boob
But it's
anime.
not like big boob anime,
Oh,
no, no,
okay.
No. I think they were teenagers.
No, yeah.
I think they were Powerpuff Girl adjacent.
Yeah.
So they looked like South Park characters.
They looked exactly
Right.
Yeah.
that's what you
Sailor
like.
Moon would throw her thing in the air and start spinning and go, respect my authority.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
I think and I think it's interesting that South Park just really took that
Yeah.
directly
And no
from
one,
them. Yeah.
You could just say homage.
Doesn't matter who did it first. It matters who did it best.
Yeah, loudest.
Exactly.
No, 15-year-old Diego was, getting home from hockey practice and then watching hockey.
Oh, you were really obsessed.
Obsessed.
Yeah, when you do anything, it seems like you
I have
you dedicate yourself to
I
it
really throw my-
single-mindedly. So what is it now?
Teaching is
Being a
the
pervert.
biggest. Being a pervert.
Yeah.
Perversion.
No, just teaching, mostly.
That's your main focus.
Yes.
More than comedy, more than...
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Teaching. Hockey's about to start up again soon.
You ever think about opening your own school?
I've thought about it. I don't think it's necessarily what I want, at least right now.
Sure.
And definitely not in New York. If I were to open my own gym, it'd be somewhere else.
Why? Because it's a saturated market.
A little bit, and it's just like
You'd be maybe you'd be stepping on his toes or something like
that.
that.
That as well.
Right.
I don't know. I like the idea of having like a business that's also a gym, where like the gym, like I don't want to have to make money off of or depend on the money of students.
Fees.
Yeah, like I kind
tuition.
of want like a something like a merch business or something,
Yeah.
and I have mat space.
I see.
And it's like, hey, I do classes every
And then just do like private lessons or do classes and
yeah.
stuff.
Like I would love to be like I do free classes. It's all free. Just come.
Wow.
Just come.
Just for the love of the game.
Yeah, I would love that. Like if I
I
wanted,
love making money.
that's true.
I really like making money.
Do you have a job?
Do I? Yeah.
Besides like stand up on the road, do you have a day job right now or no?
I kind of piece stuff together.
Like odd jobs.
Yeah. Just
I
kind of
see.
whatever I can do for cash.
How's it all working out?
Not great.
Do you need some help?
Yeah.
Do I?
Yeah.
Do you need
anything
help?
moved? Or?
Need a break?
Oh, do I need help?
Yeah.
You want to help me figure out my backyard situation?
You have a backyard?
We have a backyard, yeah.
That's great.
I need to tamp down the soil
Okay.
because it's too loose,
Yeah, that's a classic problem.
and I don't know what to do about it because we can't fit a machine
No, you're
out
gonna do it
there.
by
I don't
hand.
think.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you get
can tamp it down.
Yeah,
with your
Yeah, you get
hands?
the hand, the big. It's literally like
It's like a reverse shovel. It's flat.
it's just a flat thing
And you
with a
just
big
fucking hit the
handle
ground
with like
like
a
that.
shovel handle.
like you're churning butter,
So
but
you're
flat.
just doing it 1 foot by 1 foot,
1 foot at a time.
and it really does a good enough job.
I'm
if
not
it-
saying that. I'm just saying that's
Yeah.
what it is. And if
Well,
that's
depends
what
on
you
what kind of it depends on what kind of dirt you're
Now this is something we could
dealing with.
invent. What if it's a pair of stilts that a man over 250 pounds has to be on?
Okay.
And then they have the tampers on the bottom, so you're walking around the backyard and you're tamping it down that way.
Yes.
Okay.
And that way it's faster, it's more efficient, and you get to see what it would be like to be 8-9 feet tall, which I think about
So win-win right there.
many times a day.
One time I was doing one of those park shows during COVID.
Oh
Ugh.
sure, yeah.
And
oh, God.
there was a guy on stilts in the park, and he really got a lot more attention than I did.
Yeah.
Man, well, good for that club for trying to make things happen, but those park shows were
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah.
It's almost like comedy dies outside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like it shouldn't be
You don't have your low
outside
ceilings.
during the day while there's children
I really
riding
don't
bicycles
think it should be
around.
anywhere, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
Keep that shit to
we should
yourself.
just. You still do stand up though?
No.
you don't do stand up anymore.
No.
You're done.
Done.
But do you think that the no violence thing is a comedy outlet? That this is a comedy outlet?
Yes.
Or okay, and that's all you need.
Yeah.
Do you miss it?
Not really.
That's good.
I feel like I got everything out of me that I needed to get out, and I proved to myself the things I needed to
Oh
prove.
my
Yep.
god! Everything that you say is like the healthiest thing that somebody could say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
Wow.
And you're not mentally ill.
I didn't say that.
Interesting. Okay.
What do you think
of
is your
course I
biggest challenge mentally?
Probably
From
reading or math.
An illness.
am. My 5th grade reading level.
Yeah. Probably a bunch of words strung together in one sentence.
Mm-hmm.
You don't consider yourself to be what? Do you consider yourself to be a not an educated guy, but
Definitely not educated.
but a very smart guy?
I think I am, because I've been arguing with someone about this, and they're like, "You're not dumb." I go, "I am." I'm not dumb, right? I'm not smart, I'm not educated, but I have a wisdom to me,
For sure.
which sounds so much more arrogant than just saying smart. But I haven't been taught anything. I just can understand some things.
But you have a really interesting way of being able to
relate information.
like synthesize and kind of relay information in a very like
Accessible.
streamlined way.
Yeah.
Like I think you're very able to be like, this is like this. You don't have to be like, here's all this other bullshit around. This is like a
Yeah.
genuine compliment.
I know.
you're smiling
It's just
'cause
funny because you're not good at that.
I know,
Or
I
you
know.
don't do it very often.
I know, but
At
it
the,
is
at the, at
but
the
I
end
am,
of this, you should say psych.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, no, let me have this one.
Yeah. Anyways, but
Mike's
no,
crossing
but
his
it is
fingers.
a thing. Especially
You're gonna have
like
to look at my face while he says it to you too.
But like from going to class enough times,
Mhm.
and it is a very much like I think you're the ability you have, because it's like you're not formally educated, but neither am I.
Yeah.
But I think that is kind of not an indication of someone's intelligence.
For
I
sure.
think that is
For
an
sure.
indication of someone's ability to work inside of a system and
Yes.
figure out exactly what they need to do to get the degree or whatever they have to do. I think there's people who have degrees in things that they completely do not understand, and they just figure out how to pass the test.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know. I mean, that's the thing. It's like when you go to a doctor, they're not like, by the way, I got all C's, but I did pass.
That's true,
You know,
yeah.
it's like they're a doctor, and
They're a
that's the
doctor.
thing.
That's it.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
the
yeah,
doctor.
someone has to be the worst doctor technically that still gets to do it.
and
That's true.
I always seem to get them.
Airline pilots, whatever. Yeah, I do think that of all the teachers that I've had in my life, you are one of the best ones.
Oh, thank
I'm not kidding.
That's very
You
nice.
you have a talent for teaching specifically and being able to relate information in a way that I haven't seen before, and it doesn't have anything to do with fighting or jujitsu. I think that it's just about the way that you're able to make people understand things because of the way that you understand them.
I do
It's a rare
think
gift.
that
Thank
doing
you, thank you.
stand up has made you
Oh,
made
that's
you a better
interesting.
teacher
Didn't even
than,
think about that.
than other
probably
people. One,
has,
because
yeah.
it's like you have not even like the confidence of being able to speak in public.
Yeah.
But it's the figuring out how to relate things
Mhm.
and how to get to a point as quickly and directly
you have
as
5
possible.
sentences.
Yeah.
How do you do
The
it?
economy of words.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
figured it
yeah.
out. Like you don't need. Like I'm sure that there are teachers who like when you are there's like instructors, professors, like when they're teaching a new, it's like, oh, we're working on whatever this move. We're working on submissions from north south, whatever we want to do. Like
It's a jujitsu.
there's a jujitsu thing. I got it here. But like I'm sure that there are instructors who it takes them half of the class to explain this theory or like whatever because they have not figured out how to like cut the fat. And get rid of all the flowery
Absolutely.
stuff. Because and that is a part of jujitsu also where it's like there is a part of it that is kind of flowery and it is fun because it is like artistic in a way. And there is a way to explain that, but not in a way that has to take 25 minutes of a 45-minute class.
Yeah.
And then the other 20 minutes is fucking doing suicides on the mat.
But that's the training that comedy has given me in terms of my value is my ability to be succinct.
Yeah.
Right?
It was just funny because it took me about 45 minutes to say that.
Where if I didn't have...
This is a great example of what you were talking about. That was... I mean, he said everything you said.
I know that we have to fill time on the
One
podcast episode. I don't have a lot going on. Yeah.
Which if let's say I was just some instructor, I'm in the room, I'm in charge. I could talk for 1 hour and be like, goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye. Today's
And
lesson was in learning.
Fucking listening.
Yeah.
But thank you. That means a lot. It does feel like that is what I am best at. And I've been really enjoying refining and cause I think the skill, like, being good at something is like you do it, right? Then you start making some critical decisions about what you are doing. Then you start applying your style / influence to it. And then you understand those decisions so much cleaner. You really see what you're doing that you're able to explain to people what you're doing.
It sounds like you just described the belt system, right? You're like white belt is you can't see, but blue belt you can see, but you can't hear.
Yeah.
And then, I remember you were always would talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because while you would do stand-up, I'd be like, this guy's really good at jujitsu. This guy's so incredible at jujitsu.
I do all my jokes as I'm stripping.
I'm watching you do stand-up. I'm like, man, what a body on that guy. Yeah. what an incredible set of skills that he has. That's somewhere else. But
it's because I only knew you first as a student. Like
is that true?
I didn't know you as a comic.
Right.
And then I learned that you do comedy. And that whenever I find out, because it happened a couple of times, where a student does comedy or is comedy adjacent, I feel like a wall emotionally where I'm like, I want them to take me seriously as an instructor. And this has changed.
That's why I stopped joking around with you. I would joke around with you at first in this school, and then I was like, he doesn't want this. And I started compartmentalizing.
Yeah.
And really, when I was in there, was never, I was always very serious about it.
And it's changed over time because of my skill. Because what it is, and this was a lack of confidence in my abilities as an instructor back then, was like, if I'm seen as too silly or lighthearted, they won't take what I'm saying seriously, and I need them to do that. Even though I would love to be sillier and have my personality come out a little more, I was hesitant to that. It's changed more recently.
Right.
I've become very confident in my ability to teach and my ability to do the right amount of humor and soften in that way. But it was funny. I think you were the first maybe where I'm like, oh, they do comedy too. I'm not going to riff with them. Like they can't have that yet.
Yeah.
I was always very hesitant. Like, not that I went to class for a super long time, but I was like, this is very much not the Mike and Diego are in charge of talking here.
You're sitting next to me while I'm talking.
But it is like a thing where I'm like, I got something funny to say there, and I just gotta hold it in.
You just go get a black belt from the closet and put it on yourself.
Dude,
You're pacing around, pointing to him.
Yeah,
don't do it.
I almost bought one. Friend. I almost bought one to wear to dinner once because I thought it was funny. I was in Chinatown and I was at the Kung Fu store.
Anyone can buy one.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Anyone
I don't
can
mind.
buy one. You don't mind?
Doesn't bother me a little bit.
But if somebody misrepresents themselves
in what capacity
in that world, I don't know. I guess you're going to find out, right?
Exactly.
Everyone's going to find out. It's the same thing in comedy. There's this. I mean, this guy during the pandemic. Man, I really don't like this guy.
Ooh.
He would do videos of himself. You know what I'm talking about.
I think so, yes.
Wow, already?
He would do videos of himself in his living room in front of a red curtain, and he would do jokes, and he would add a laugh track. And he has, at this point, I think he has like 1 million TikTok followers.
Yeah.
And he has gotten booked from it. And this is where I think that, I mean, the entire industry is short-sighted. People are short-sighted in general, especially people that just want to make money off
Start
other
cleaning your
people.
glasses right now. It'd be really funny.
Yeah.
What's that?
Start cleaning your glasses.
Oh, what?
You talk about being short-sighted.
Because you're saying you think it was short-sighted.
Oh, that's nice little wordplay. You should do.
You should try stand-up.
Who does the wordplay? Anyway, there's no wordplay anymore. But because somebody could look at him and be like, this guy has 1 million followers. I want to manage him.
Yeah.
And we're going to send him around the country. And then you send him around the country. My friend did a show with him in L.A. and he bombed. Because if you listen to the material, it's some of the worst material I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And so
I don't know what his name is.
you want me to say it?
Yeah, I don't care.
It's Pete Guercio. People find out, and then you do you tour around, everybody finds out, and you can only do those cities once, right?
Yeah.
You can't go back to those cities. You're done. And then whoever the agent or manager is, well, then they have to go find somebody else, and they find this guy who has all these followers, and then it's selling snake oil, right? You just have to you hit each town once, and then you have to come up with a new snake oil recipe, then come through and sell it again.
That's a great way of
instead
saying
of
it.
just
1.1 million followers.
Yeah.
Let me see what this fucking guy. That's so funny. You're a red. No, I've never heard of this guy.
Dude, yeah, it's like a red curtain. Like all of his videos are. I'm like, do you only do stand up in one place?
So funny. You're following him now.
it's
That's
not-
I
amazing.
am. That's fuck.
I'm just kidding. I'm joking that I
yeah,
pressed the button.
I know.
I would never do that. That's not funny.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
support frauds.
Yeah, it's
But
wild.
then, some people don't really have a problem with it because they're like, well, he's just telling his jokes. It's not like it's stolen material. And I do think that it is that smoke and mirrors thing. It makes me sad that people can fall for that.
Yeah.
But I do think that everyone just finds out eventually. But instead of finding that other person that you could just take around one time, why not be like, I see something inside this person, and I think if I cultivate their talent, it will by far, exceed whatever value this person could have for me in the short term.
I hear what you're saying, but the mistake you're making is implying that the manager agent has any discernible eye.
Right.
They don't.
Right.
They just see the number. They just see the number and go,
I think
that means I
some
can
still
make
do.
this much.
I think some still do.
I'm sure some
are really, really bad and don't understand.
The quality of manager that manages that quality of comedian, it's the same thing.
Right.
Like, it's the same thing. A good manager who understands skill and talent is gonna be like, no, I know what this is.
Yeah.
This is going to be a waste of my time. I'm going to get this amount of money once, and it's not worth my time.
Yeah, there's less and less of them now. There's still, there are still some of them, but there's less and less of them now.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
I speak from all my experience with managers.
Did you ever have any representation?
No.
Or anything like that?
I was signed to an agency, but it was not comedy. It was a modeling agency.
You still do that?
No.
Why not?
Because I signed my contract like 2 months before COVID.
Oh man.
And it was a 3-year contract, so it was 2 years if I didn't get to do anything because of COVID.
Man,
basically,
COVID really fucking threw a wrench in a lot of works.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, it wasn't a
not for you.
no
Weird.
for you. Do you miss it?
COVID?
Sometimes I miss it. Sometimes I miss not having to do anything.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah, it's really
Well,
nice.
that's your fetish. That's
Yeah.
That's
He's
how
a coughing fetish.
Yeah, that's how you get off.
I love attention and I love pity. So when you have COVID, people
you
feel
like
bad
pity?
for you. No, it actually really makes me sick.
I
don't.
hate.
I
pity.
really don't
I
like
can't
it.
do it.
No, like I got
sorry.
I
I'm sorry,
into yeah. I got kind of got into it with someone on stage this weekend.
Oh, okay.
And just like one person, and I was like, trying not to flip out because I'm opening. I'm like, it's not my show. It's like I can't just be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like,
Turn off the lights. I don't give a fuck.
yeah. And then I was like whatever that ended, and it took like 1 second to like pause and just like, okay, I'm back. I don't have to be like diving directly into a joke. And some woman goes, "You're doing great," and I was like, "That's
I
actually
hate
worse."
that.
Oh,
Kick her out, actually.
That's actually worse.
Keep the heckler,
Yeah,
kick her
yeah.
out.
what city was this in?
Tacoma, Washington.
Whoa.
Yeah. Had late Saturday show. Usually late Friday show makes me want to kill myself.
Yeah.
Late Friday show was fine.
Oh.
Yeah. One of the better late Friday shows I've done in a long
Oh,
time.
it's because of time.
Yeah, but late Saturday was they were so drunk.
Oh.
They were so drunk and they were still being like sat while I was on stage.
Oh,
That's the
sucks.
worst,
There's
yeah.
no respect for you then.
Yeah, there's really no respect for me. Like I literally
Why can't they just wait 10 minutes for everyone to get their drinks and wings and then start
I
the
don't
show?
know.
Mhm. That's what Harvey
Great question.
Dangerfield was talking about.
Exactly.
Really?
Yeah, they
get
get
no
no
respect.
respect.
He felt sad
You get rid of him.
because he wasn't getting any respect from at all.
At all. Him,
Yeah.
the crowd, his doctor, Vinny
This
Bubas.
episode was brought to you by Rodney Dangerfield.
And Dr.
He's coming back.
He's
Yeah,
back,
but
better than ever.
we're not gonna tell you when though.
Yeah.
We are in the process of reanimating him.
It takes a while.
Think about that.
Yeah, big
Save
piece.
40% on Rodney Dangerfield with code
Just the idea of Rodney Dangerfield. Save the 40% on him.
with code BlueChew20.
Blue220 is going to save 40% off on that guy. What is it?
That's great.
That's great.
That's fucking awesome. But we actually do have a real segment. I forgot
Oh,
about
we
this.
do have a real
Oh,
segment.
cool.
Hey,
man.
welcome everyone to the Energy Drink Corner. Those are 2 cups. This week I'm so excited. Okay,
Yeah.
so years ago when Mike was in Australia,
Mm-hmm.
he brought one of these back. These are and we got to try one, and I was so excited. We review an energy drink every episode.
Oh, good.
And this is back in Leif's apartment. This is fucking 5-6 years ago. Who knows?
This is
Leif.
so I brought
That old.
them
remember
back
him.
in 2020.
Yeah, 2020. We got to have
5
one.
years
It
ago.
was delicious.
How did you get this?
A fan, Riley, sent it in. Thank you,
Oh,
Riley.
Riley.
Mailed us a
Whoa.
package.
This episode was brought to you by Riley.
Riley, big dog.
Shout
Save
out.
20% on Riley with
Code BlueChew20.
BlueChew
It's the same code across
Rodney
the board.
This is Mother.
They have zero sugar,
Zero
mother.
sugar Mother.
Oh my
Unbelievable.
God.
What a time to be alive. This is Razzleberry.
Oh.
Is there a poem?
Is
Yes, there is.
Is it warm?
No, it's cold. That was in the fridge. We'd never do that.
I
to us.
didn't know if you were drinking warm energy drinks.
No,
I
we're
would
not
never
ridiculous.
disrespect mother by making it be warm.
Zero sugar Mother Razzleberry. Under the stars of the Southern Cross, we live. All right,
Dude,
we live life our way.
This sounds a little Nazi-ish.
Dude,
Like-
all of Mother's stuff, the font that they use, it feels a little
Third Reich.
fourth even.
Goebbels
possibly.
adjacent.
It's
Yeah.
the new Reich, yeah.
Life is in perpetual motion, and to slow down is to be left in the dust. The infinite bounds of sunburnt land and barreling blue swells are limited only by your imagination. Kick out the sand, pump up the tunes, and rip into some Mother. Crisp and cool with a kaleidoscope blend of flavors, it'll keep the fast time spinning morning. Time spinning morning, that's crazy. Moon and night. Mother is
Oh,
calling.
it take the fast
Morning-
time spinning, morning, noon, and night.
Oh, okay. The spacing there is weird. Mother's calling. Pursue your dreams.
Yeah, I know.
Search for adventure. Get out there and let the good times flow. Made in Australia from local imported ingredients.
See, I think you could say all that in 2 sentences.
Oh, absolutely.
You're really
Yeah.
good at that.
But they don't
Who
want
wrote
that.
that copy? That's insane.
They want
Yeah.
the opposite.
The Southern Cross is a prominent constellation in the southern sky. It holds significant meaning for Australia, appearing on its national flag and representing the country's geographical location in the southern hemisphere.
This is something that you like energy drinks. This is something
Yeah.
that you
Love
do.
it.
Yeah, big
Love
fan.
But do you
energy drinks.
consider it a vice or no? It's
I don't
not.
think so.
I think for me it is.
I'd have one a day.
Oh, I'm having some too.
Yeah, you haven't. What the fuck? Yeah. So
All
when we
right,
review
sure,
it.
Sure.
Well, first off,
I took,
it's a
I
friendship.
took my ADHD medication
Friendship?
today, so this is going to send me to the moon. But let's do it.
Yeah, it says consume
I like the smell.
responsibly, limit daily intake to 1 can. How much caffeine is this? 150 milligrams in a
150 is
can.
good.
I've
Okay.
never really had
Oh.
an energy drink before, except
Really?
except once. Yeah,
What was it?
it was called cocaine,
Oh,
Yeah, we done
yes.
cocaine.
and
Cinnamon
it
flavored.
was
so
the
it
morning
burns.
after my 18th birthday. I stayed out all night, but I still needed to show up to the lunch counter I worked at like 6 a.m. So I just chugged one of those, and yeah, it was. It's like spicy, or it kind of burns your tongue.
Oh,
It kind of has like a
It's a little like, it's very carbonated, it feels.
wow.
very carbonated.
What is that? Taurine? What is
It's
it?
got to have taurine.
God, it's 2,000
What's your
milligrams
favorite?
of
What's your
taurine.
favorite energy drink?
My favorite energy drink is by a brand called Goat Fuel. It's Jerry Rice's company, greatest of all time.
Oh, okay.
It's what the fuck is the
How
flavor?
often do you drink that?
Oh, very rare. I have to buy it online, like 'cause I don't get it very often.
But do you drink energy drinks each day?
yeah, I have one a day probably.
You'll have like a cup of coffee and then have an energy
Cup of
drink
coffee in the morning.
in like the middle of the day.
Exactly.
What do you have? Like a sugar-free Red Bull or something?
Yeah, sugar-free Zero. That's fun. A Monster Zero.
Oh, you do, and so you drink energy drinks every day as well.
Yeah.
Wow. It seems like a very straight edge vegan kind of thing,
Absolutely.
right? Well,
Yeah.
Because this is it,
I have
right?
a powdered pre-workout I drink now too. That's a lot
what
of caffeine in there.
Oh, like one of those. Is it a fat burner as well?
I think it's like, I don't know. No, I think it's like there's a bunch of caffeine in it, and then it has some other supplement in it that's supposed to help you like with the pump. So
Sure.
more blood
Mm-hmm.
gets into the muscle.
Blue Chew 20.
Yeah, Blue Chew 20.
It's Blue Chew.
Yeah.
So what do you like it? What do you
This-
like it?
This is pretty good.
This is pretty good.
I like the color
The color's nice
because it looks like
a,
cherry 7-Up,
Yeah.
which is one of my all-time favorite sodas.
Yeah,
from
it
back
does
in
kind
the
of
day.
taste. It tastes.
little muted pink. Has a slight chalkiness to it that I'm not loving.
Oh my
Yeah,
God, you guys
this
are
isn't
like
my favorite
energy
mother
drink
I've ever had.
sommeliers. This is
Yeah.
insane.
Oh yeah, we know our stuff. It's nice. It's crushable.
My favorite mother I've ever had. Her name's Kathy.
Oh hey. It's very carbonated, which I'm a big
Save
fan
40% on Mike's mom with code
by just asking.
Mother
Yeah.
40.
Yeah.
So we rate them 0 to 5 lightning bolts. 0, you hate it.
Okay.
5, you like it so much you'll search it out online and order it for yourself.
So let's all say what ours is now on 3. 1, 2, 3,
3,
3.5.
3.25. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. So
All right.
not bad.
Not bad at all.
You wouldn't seek it out online.
No.
But if someone has a can.
If I walked into a store, I'm like, whoa! Especially
Yeah.
because it's from Australia. Like, you can't find this in America.
So someone sent this to you from Australia?
Yeah.
You have a fan in Australia that's of the pod that sent this to you.
We have a fan who was in Australia,
I see.
brought it back with them, and then sent it to us because they're dear listeners.
That's amazing
But
that you have fans that are sending
the first
you
place
things.
I ever got
Means a lot.
recognized ever in my life was in Australia.
Oh, when you were dating that girl.
I was dating that girl. We were out at a restaurant on her birthday, and this guy comes up, and he was there with his girlfriend. I wonder who it was. I wonder if they still listen. Probably not. We've gotten much worse as podcasters. But
And I'm contributing to that today.
yeah, oh, absolutely. But he was there with his girlfriend. I thought he was coming up to ask me to take like a photo of them because they were like, it's like
But
a.
he wanted one with you.
He didn't know. He didn't want one with me. I thought he was like, hey, sorry to bother you. And he starts like that. So I go like, oh, he wants me to take a picture of him and his girlfriend out at this restaurant, whatever. I'm like, yeah. They were like sitting at like a table or two away from us.
Sure.
And I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. I'm just whatever. I'm here with my fucking bitch girlfriend. She's gonna break my heart soon. And then he goes, oh, are you Mike? And I was like, this is gonna go. I was like, what the? I look at her and I'm like, who? Do you know this guy? Like,
Well, your brain was like, I owe somebody in Australia money?
yeah, dude. Truly, I was like, oh, cool. I gotta fight a guy at this nice Italian restaurant. And he goes, I listen to the podcast, and I go, oh shit,
That's crazy.
yeah. And I was like, oh, cool. And he was like, yeah, whatever. It's cool. Nice meeting you. And I go, oh, cool. Thanks so much. And it was her birthday. And I was like, yeah, fuck your
Yeah,
birthday.
right.
This
Me.
is
It's
my
my day
fucking,
now.
my
What a
big
great
day.
feeling. How often does
Yeah.
that happen now when you guys are out and about that you get no?
Very rarely.
Yeah.
The last time it happened twice
In
in
the
one
same
day.
day?
Yeah, it was really weird.
That's cool.
Where I was going to I went to a Devils game, which we're doing later today,
Yeah.
and I was with my lady, and we were
Every day is a devil's game if you're fighting against Satan.
being silly, and we're running up the stairs in a goofy way because I like to have a good time. I'm a silly guy.
Yeah.
And the guy was walking towards us, and I had to get around him, and I literally went, "Sorry, we're being whimsical." And he goes, "I follow you on Instagram." I go, "My bad."
Cool. That's great.
And then when we got off the PATH train over at World Trade Center, which something bad happened there, by the way, I was walking up, and a guy walked by
This
me, and
episode's
he's
brought
like,
to you
"No,
by
I love no violence." And I was like, "What the hell?"
That's great.
No one talked.
Had
no
you
one is-
released a particularly watched episode in that time?
I don't think so. Maybe before that. I mean, definitely before that, but nothing that was like out of the ordinary. It was just a weird, and not since. No one has.
Wow.
No one talks to me.
Sometimes after I get off stage at comedy shows, people go, oh, I saw you on stage earlier.
That's fun.
Yeah, so they kind of recognize me.
Oh, I was gonna say it'd be really fun to train your brain that anytime someone goes to like stop you a little bit, you go, "I got nothing on me." Like no matter what they look at, I got nothing on me.
I wish I
sorry."
could help, brother. Sorry. Got nothing. Sorry.
You get stopped ever?
Now,
Traffic,
yeah, people, because I have some videos
Yeah, you're
that have
doing
gone,
great.
that have done well. So sometimes someone will be like, "Oh, I love your videos," or station platform or somebody on the street,
Yeah.
whatever. Sometimes I'm riding my bike and be like, "Oh, that was a great video this morning." It's cool.
Has there been one that you're like, I'm so psyched I made that. Like that really felt like I did like that's something. You know what I mean? Like
I
creatively,
connected with people or something.
No, not that. That's not important. What I mean is like you fulfilled something. You're like, yeah, that's what I want to make.
Oh, yeah. I think a lot of the weird stuff that I do with Harris, that we don't know whether or not it's going to go well, and then it blows up, makes me feel better about the state, not the state of comedy, but like the fact that there are people out there that this kind of stuff will resonate with still. That there are still people out there that like weird stuff like this, and it's not just like lowest common denominator, you know, basic shit.
What's your body count?
Of women?
No, he's saying that's
that kind of video.
That kind of video.
Like those kind of videos that go like it's not
lowest
just
common
that.
denominator.
Like it's not just stuff like that goes.
Oh, now I understand. You're
yeah.
referencing another type of video that is popular.
Yes.
Nowadays.
Yes.
A lot has flown over my head today, and I have to say, I don't think that I look good. That it's made me look good at all.
Hey, well,
and
it's early. It's early in the day.
It is early in the day. We did this at 7:15.
I do. I see.
7:15
Did you?
a.m.
I can't remember if you're in the one, but the one where it's the all white background. And it's one of those Jubilee videos. Is like, what do you find least attractive about your partner? It's like, oh, he's a man, probably.
Right. It's like Dave Ross and Allie. And then, it was me and Elle.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was fun.
I see that all the time.
Really?
All the time on Twitter.
Yeah, that one is just. That one was just Harris, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, but sometimes we do stuff that, like, if we write it together, then it's like a collab post.
Sure,
or whatever.
sure.
Mine is Find the Secret Dead Guy.
Okay.
And it's a bunch of alive people, and then Patrick Hasty is just
on the floor.
dead.
Oh, it's him.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, it's. I'm glad it's going well right now. I'm excited to just put out more crazy shit.
Are you doing stand up?
I'm doing a lot of stand up. Yeah,
Nice.
I'm doing a taping for Cracked
nice.
Next month, April 30th.
April 30th.
April 30th. This
Buy tickets.
is brought to you by Cracked. Save yourself.
100%. Actually.
Yeah.
Save yourselves.
Yeah. Save yourself the trouble of being sad when the tickets are sold out by buying one now.
That was good.
Not bad, huh?
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of stand up right now.
That's great, dude. That's exciting.
Yeah,
Very
it's good.
funny.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Thank you very much.
Where can people follow you? Where they can see you on the 30th?
Alon_Elian, I think, is my on all the social things. Alon_Elian.
Follow him. He's very
Follow
funny.
me. It's save 40%.
It's good for
follow
you.
Me.
You lose
Following
nothing.
me is you lose yourself.
Yeah.
And what I have to offer.
You lose yourself Eminem style.
Let me take you out of the day for a few minutes. Take a break with me and be with me.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Follow him. Follow Micah Brucey at Micah Brucey.
Follow Diego Lopez at this Diego Lopez.
Patreon.com/a-little-time-pod for 4 bonus episodes a month. We love you. We appreciate you. Continue to support us.
Texas and Australia in June. You can see me in London next week on vacation.
I'm in London.
I'll be in London and Edinburgh for my own personal entertainment.
Don't bother him.
So don't bother me. I'm gonna try to
say hi and ask for a photo,
yeah,
but don't bother him.
Please, I need you to say hi to me in London on the street so I can look impressive.
Hello. That's how they do it sometimes over there.
But
that's true. They do. We do it.
I'm finding one of those. The cows that have bangs.
Yeah, the cows that have bangs.
I'm finding one of those in Scotland.
The Morrissey cows.
Yeah, the Morrissey cows.
And
I'm going to find Morrissey too, and I'm going to hang out with him.
Oh, that's what a dream.
And I'm going to be like, hey, me and you agree on everything.
100% of the things you've said out loud, I agree with.
And I even think you should have taken them further a little bit.
You should be so nice about it. All right, bye, everybody. We love you.
Drink turkey water.
Turkey water. It's good for your bones.
40% off turkey water.